your man, Louie T. Welcome to the 2018 NFL Draft Prospects 101 series, your guide to some of the biggest and hottest names. The 2018 NFL Draft, we're talking edge rushers. And this next guy is an upside pick to end all upside picks. If you're selecting this guy with a top 15, top 20 pick, you're going off of strictly what you think this guy could be, not what he is right now. He's not a finished product. He's extremely raw, and he's not finished growing yet. This guy has so much space and room for growth, not just with his body, but with his game as well. And so if he develops, and I think coaching is going to be paramount for this guy at the next level, if you've got the right coaching staff to give this guy the tutelage that he needs to take his game to the next level, you could be talking about probably the biggest and best prospect in the 2018 NFL draft class. I'm talking about UTSA's Marcus Davenport, University of Texas at San Antonio, edge rusher, Marcus Davenport. Let's talk about why this guy is going to be a first-round pick and probably going to be one of the biggest enigmas in the 2018 NFL Draft. We're going to start, though, with his pros. Now, enigma is a word that you use when you're confused and complexed and you're not quite sure. And I think there's a lot of that among league circles with Marcus Davenport. Either you think that this guy's really got a huge upside and the sky's the limit, or you're like, I'm good, I'll pass on this guy. We've seen guys come through here that look just like him that haven't panned out, i.e. Deion Jordan. I don't think that this guy is that, but we'll find out what he brings to the table, or Marcus Smith for that matter, who didn't pan out with the Philadelphia Eagles. But here's a guy that is 6'6", 264 pounds. And I think when it's all said and done, this guy could easily be 275, 280, and still be an athletic freak. A lot of people think that he's not done growing yet, and so that's pretty interesting in itself. What is going to be his playing weight is 265, going to be right around where he's going to be for the duration of his career. We'll see, but in any event, this guy is a monster already. So his measurables, to me, are top-notch. And when you're talking about length and size, and all of that stuff, athleticism, 4'5'8". Think about what I just said. 6'6", 264, 4'5'8", 40. I mean, that is ridiculous on so many different levels that I can't even begin to comprehend sometimes the numbers that you see and what you see with these guys. He tore the combine to shreds. And we knew he was going to, but to still see a guy that size go out and do it speaks volumes. And so that athleticism is ridiculous, and what it says is that this guy is so versatile because he can drop into coverage and he can do all of the things that you're looking for from an edge rusher in a 3-4 defense, which I think probably might suit him best because a lot of his damage was done. But this guy can stick his hand in the dirt, so don't get it twisted. It's not like he can't put his hand in the dirt and rush from a 3-point stance. I think he's just a little bit more comfortable in a 2-point stance. He did a lot of his damage at UTSA in a 2-point stance, but that doesn't mean he can't stick his hand in the dirt and give you the versatility that you're looking for in a base 4-3 defense. So measurables, athleticism, this guy has explosiveness, true game-changing explosiveness. You go watch him against North Texas, and there's a rush in there where it's mind-boggling. It's mind-blowing when you see how fast, almost think he's offsides, how fast he gets off the snap, blows by the tackle again. It's North Texas. I know. Take it with a grain of salt. But still, all right, he's still whooping ass, and you know explosiveness when you see it, all right? And it's just ridiculous. I mean, he could have lapped that tackle and still gotten to the quarterback. That's how fast he got off the football. So he's definitely explosive as the day is long. Again, it's about harnessing these capabilities and getting him to do it on a more consistent basis. I don't think he's as consistent as you would like him to be at this point. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Hand usage. I saw him use his hands against Rice, so I know that it's there. Again, he's not as consistent as you would like him to be, but it's there, and that's why coaching is going to be so paramount for this guy. But his hands, his length, all of these things are reasons why he can win and win consistently at the next level. And so this is a guy that has hand usage in his arsenal as well, setting a physical edge in the run game. Right now, that's probably what he does best. So you're gonna get a guy that's gonna come in against the run and shut it down, set a physical edge, be able to get in on some tackles and do some things like that, and get in for some tackles for loss. He's really good against the run. Again, he's probably a little bit more advanced in that realm than he is as a pass rusher, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I always talk about upside and I always talk about being raw, and you can look at it in any way you want, but he's got so much growth as a pass rusher that I think a lot of people are really intrigued by what he could bring to the table down the line. His ability to redirect, again, goes with the athleticism. This guy can change directions fluidly, seamlessly, make it look easy. He's not a fish out of water when he's asked to drop into coverage out in space. So again, giving you more value, being able to do more, that's Marcus Davenport, and why a lot of people like him in this draft. Pass rushing ability, 21.5 career sacks. Again, take it with a grain of salt. All right, I already told you he's playing in a conference against the likes of North Texas and Rice. All right, okay, he's playing against a number of different teams. UTEP. All right, these are the teams that he's seeing on a consistent basis. So take it with a grain of salt, but just know that this guy is able to get to the quarterback. And again, I think he's still got some developing to do as a pass rusher. And if you can get the most out of him, if you can squeeze every ounce of ability out of Marcus Davenport, you could be sitting on a juggernaut at the next level. Tackling ability, you don't see this guy miss many tackles. When he gets there, he usually gets guys on the ground, and that's something that I also like about Marcus Davenport's game. Motor, he's a high motor guy, much like Bradley Chubb, and I absolutely love this. I can appreciate this because I can't tell you how many guys, especially bigger guys, we're talking about a guy that's damn near 270. It's hard to get these guys snap in, snap out to give you everything they've got. It's so easy when you're a big guy. You got a big man leaning on you every single play. You're getting double teamed when you're the best on the team. It's so easy to just take a snap or two off. Just say, you know what? This play's going away from me. They don't need me on this play. I'm going to just loaf on the backside of this thing. Nobody will even notice. And I'll kind of get my win back, and I'll be able to make a play in a snap or two. He's not doing it. He's trying to get to the football on every snap, like his hair's on fire, and that's what you're looking for from football players. You get tired, tap out, come out for a couple snaps, come back in the game, but I want everything you got. Everything you got in the gas tank, I want it on every single snap when you're on the football field, and that's what you're getting from Marcus Davenport. Endurance, again, that goes with the motor. This is a guy that, again, to be able to run around and do what he does on a snap-in, snap-out basis, you got to be a highly conditioned athlete. He is that, so his endurance is another big plus for him. Impact on the game, I talked about this with Bradley Chubb, and I'm going to talk about this with most of these edge rushers, because at the end of the day, you're looking for impact edge rushers. You're looking for your impact on the game. What do you do to change the game defensively for your football team? Whether it's sacks, quarterback hurries, pressures, tackles for loss, 40 of those in his career to go along with those 21.5 career sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries, including one which went to the crib. So this is a guy that impacts the game in a number of ways. And again, that's what you're looking for from an edge rusher. How do you impact the game? How do you change the game? How do you make life easier for your teammates? How do you make life easier for your offense? How do you make life easier for your coaches? And how do you make life tougher for the opposition? That's what you've got to assess when talking about impact on the game. Marcus Davenport, one of those guys that's going to cause havoc on the football field and force the offense to pay attention to him, giving others opportunities and himself winning matchups and getting to the quarterback, getting to the running back, and making plays. You go from all of those pros to some of his cons and things he's going to have to clean up if he is to maximize his abilities at the next level. Awareness is something that I think Marcus Davenport, and again, he's a young pup, he's a young guy, and I think he's still got a lot to learn as an edge rusher. He's a guy that will bite the bait, okay? You come with a good enough fake, and he'll chase the cheese. And so he's a guy that still has a little bit to learn. Plays sometimes go by him, and he doesn't realize, damn, running back just ran by me. I'd like to see him be a little bit more aware of his surroundings, what's going on. And again, that'll come with more experience, more playing, more watching film. And so he'll be just fine in that aspect. I don't worry about that too much. PRP. You're gonna hear me say that with most of these pass rushers because generally guys don't come into the league with a pass rush plan. That's what a PRP is for me. You'll get the rare, unique case where a guy, you can tell he's setting guys up and he gets it and he understands what he's got to do. Generally speaking, a lot of these guys are looking to win with a bull rush. In the case of Davenport, it's just straight bull rush for the most part. He'll win with speed on an occasion, but there's no thought process going into what he's doing. He's just trying to win off of sheer athleticism and his ability. And again, that'll only take you so far. These guys at the next level, these tackles, they get paid too, and they're pretty damn good. And if you're just gonna bull rush them or try to beat them with just pure speed off the edge on every single snap, because of the physical specimen that Marcus Davenport is, he'll win some of those matchups, but he won't maximize his talents just rushing up the field with a bull rush or trying to win with just pure speed. Tackles are too good at the next level to get away with that. You're not playing against North Texas or Rice. You're gonna have to be able to switch it up, give them something to think about. Give them a fastball, curveball, oh, change up, fastball, another curveball. You gotta give them something to think about and then switch the game up. He didn't do that. There's no pass rush plan right now. It's just, I wanna win now. I'm gonna just try to win with a bull rush. I'm gonna try to win with a little bit of speed. He's got to be able to do a better job of using speed, then converting speed to power, and then using some other moves off of that, okay? He's not there yet, and that's where coaching is going to come into play. Using his hands, using different moves, setting guys up. That's where he's going to take that next step, and again, it's going to come down to coaching. Rawness. I said all of that to say this. He's raw because of the awareness. He's raw because of the fact that he's not done growing yet. He's raw because he doesn't have any pass rush moves. He's raw because he's got a lot to learn and there's a lot of growth left with Marcus Davenport. Hence the reason I said at the top of the program that if you're drafting him, you're drafting a guy because you think in 2 or 3 years from now, this guy's gonna be a stud. This guy's gonna be a double-digit sack getter for you. Down the road, he may not jump onto the scene and get you 7.5 in his rookie season and then go to 12 and then go to 15 like a Khalil Mack. But what he might do is he may come in, get you 4.5 in year 1, get you 6.5 in year 2, and then 12 because the light comes on and he's figured it out. His body has matured and he's figured out how to set up NFL tackles, and now he's maximizing his athletic exploits. That's what some team is drafting Marcus Davenport with that in mind. And so I'm anxious to see where he goes, where he lands, because this guy has the ability to be a tremendous difference maker in a draft that is void of big time playmakers at the edge rushing position. He's one of the few in this draft that could yield you huge dividends down the road. But that's Marcus Davenport and his 2018 NFL Draft Prospects 101 breakdown. Plenty more where that came from. Remember, if you want to see his score and the score of some of the other guys in his peer group, or just other guys that I've had a chance to take a look at, go to the website louietnetwork.net for more of those scores. Also, remember, we're changing the game over here, period. So come back and join me, as there's plenty more where that came from. I'm your man, Louie T, signing off. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.